Hello, friend. Welcome to my YouTube channel, DevOps with Anil. This is a continuous of AWS Learning series. Our today's topic is the AWS Identity and Access Management. So, in Identity and Access Management, there are users and groups. So, what is users and groups? Basically, IAM is a stand for Identity and Access Management. It is a global service. When you create an account, always you will get a root user account by default, and it should not be shared or used for your organization. It should be only used for one to set it up, users and groups for initial one. Users are generally people within your organization, and they can be a grouped. Basically, if few peoples are in same same set of tasks they are doing it, they can be a group. So for example, here there are 6 users called as Adam, Bunty, Chintu, Dinesh, Imran, and Falgun. Out of that, Adam, Bunty, and Chintu are in a group because they are developer. Same as Dinesh and Imran is also in a group because they are doing operation tasks. Okay, and here Falgun is he is not part of any group. He is a separate user. So in groups, we can only contains user. So like here, developer have Adam, Bunty, and Chintu, but we cannot contains in a group add another operation group as well inside that. So we cannot associate same group means any group to another group. Only we can add users over there. Users don't have to belong a group, or user can be belong to a multiple group. So here is the example. Folgan is right now, it doesn't belong to any group, but if Chintu and Dinesh are also part of our audit team, they can be a make a group, and they can have a similar set of permission. So what is permission? User or group can be assigned JSON document called policies. So permission is just give you the access of the resource, whatever you want to do in a AWS console or AWS infrastructure. So the policy, it's look like this way. So don't bother about that. We will, once we create it, you will understand more. But it is just a plain JSON format. It's just a statement. Where is version is this, and statement is the main thing where you can allow that everything or deny that. So effect is basically it is saying allow means it will be allow the permission whatever written over there, and action is easy to describe. So if you want to describe your EC2 instance, you can use this permission, and resources any EC2 resource, okay, within AWS. So the same way other as well. This policy define the permission of the user. This policy can be directly assigned to the user, and as well as you can assign to the group as well. In AWS, you apply the least permission principle. Don't give more permission than a user needed. So its best practice is that you always try to minimize the access of the user so that it can be not, even though no one is want to intentionally harm anything, but if they don't need it, then why they need it? So try to be least privilege principle. Okay, so let me show you once we create a user, and so this is my AWS account. Okay, let me go to the home page. Right now I am in North Virginia, but for IAM it doesn't matter. Why? Because it is a global. If you get an access of a, basically you can define which region the people can be used or which not. So here, once you create the account, you will see something like look like this. But unfortunately, user is user group is one, user is one, role right now 9 because I have created other roles as well. But I will tell you how to create role as well. Policies and identity provider. So these are the things. Okay, so let's go to the user section over here. Here right now one user is created called as Kalpana, but let us create another user detail. So I'm going to create here Chintu. If you want to provide AWS console access, this is optional. If you don't provide, then you will get only access key and secret key. You can use only CLI format. But right now I'm interested on the console access to provide it. So let me use it. Here it is saying that specify user in an identity center recommended, um, because AWS is owning right now identity center as well. So we can go via this way, or we can just create a simply over here. So right now I'm just using this format. So auto generate password, I don't want to give that password. I'm putting it over here. And user must be change the password once it is created. This is a recommended setting. Once user first time login it, this is a user login, user is username, and the password which I created it is, it will be the default password. And once it, when I logged in, I need to change the password because I have take this option. Okay, okay, so it is saying that password policy is not matching it. So let me add something like this: simple at the rate 123, simple at the rate 123, and must be create a new password once it login. So here user is created right now, but we didn't assign any permission to that. Okay, so either I can go and add user in a existing group, or I can create a group as well. So let me create a group as well for Chintu. So creating a group user group name, let me as read only. Okay, read only user group name I am creating it. So our user group name is read only. Now these are the permission which start, means AWS manage, means AWS team is already, sorry, AWS team is already created a lot of policies for us to use it directly. Okay, but if you want, we can create our own policy as well. Okay, so first of all, let me use the existing one. So what I is here search read only EC2, Amazon EC2 read only access. For now, right now I'm giving this permission. If I expand this one here, you see the JSON, the policy which I shown you in the my PPT. So let me create user group. It's created a user group. Let me select it, and permission, and this is optional because I already attached the permission over here, so it can be accessed from here. Okay, so these two permission is added. So here is the login URL to logged in user, and Chintu and user password is already, we know that. So let us try to log in it. Copy this URL and let me open an incognito window so that I know not to log in from this window. Here account ID is already came. So here what is our username is Chintu. Password is simple @123. So password. So once we click the login, it will ask to change the password. So first of all, uh, I need to put again the same password. Now create a new password. And confirm. So password change is done. Only this user have EC2 read only. If I open a S3, try to open S3, so see here it is, everything showing not access, and even the S3 should also give the same error for the user. Okay, in my this account I didn't created any bucket, but if I try to create bucket using this user, it should not able to create it. So don't worry about that. When we go on bucket tutorial, then I will explain each and everything, but right now I'm continuous clicking just to create it. So let me try to create it. It will not create it because S3 create permission is required to create bucket. Okay, so it is checking that permission. Okay, let me close it. So this is for user and group. So let me show you over here as well in IAM. In user group, if you see read only, here I can just attach only users. I cannot try to attach any new group, or any group you cannot attach it. In the permission section we have only this permission, but if you want to provide access of this user to create a bucket as well, just you need to add permission over here in the group. It will automatically provide the access to the user as well. Okay, now go to the PPT again. So IAM policy inheritance. So policy inheritance is how it is work like that. If suppose a developer have these three developer Adam, Bunty and Chintu, and they have a policy of a group, developer group, we can assign that user to this policy. The same way operation have Dinesh and Imran, they can assign the policy directly to the group, and those policy automatically added to the Dinesh and Imran. But suppose it's not necessary to create always a group to have permission in user. User can exist without a group, and also you can directly attach inline policy to the user as well, so user can directly access it. It not required always to create a policy for means directly you can assign to the user. And last, audit team. Suppose a user a user have a role like audit as well, and he want to have a permission of a both audit and developer. And in audit there is a Dinesh and Chintu are both is a part of our audit team as well. So in audit group there is a policy that can be added automatically. If we group them, Chintu and Dinesh, it automatically added to the Chintu and Dinesh as well. Okay, so let us talk about the IAM policy structure. So here is the sample format of the policy. Okay, this is a simple structure of a JSON, a simple one structure where consist of version. it is mandatory field and it always include 2012, 10, 17. This value is never going to change till now, so you need to use always with that. ID is a optional, but you can pass it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Statement is a required one, which is actually depend on the basically it will tell you the what policy means what are the rules written on the this policy. So statement consists of set. Again, it is a optional one. You can pass anything over here. It is just a standard ID, I think they call it. Effect. Effect is the one which says that it is access will be allow or deny. Means if below section are rule are adding it, whether we need to after finding the rule, whether we need to provide access or deny it, we need to pass either allow or either deny. Principal. Principal can be account, can be user, can be role. Role I will tell you later, but for now, here I am passing user, root user in the section of that example. So either you can pass account directly, account and star, that will be applied to the account directly, user directly, or role. Action, list of the action this policy allow or deny means this is the rule. Basically, what the permission is three. Get object means they can list on the object. Put object means upload the object means you user can upload the object. So the same way, you don't need to remember these thing. It will automatically, AWS is already managing it, and there is a way to get an knowledge of this thing directly into the documentation of policies. We can see that and we can get it, and we can generate this statement as well automatically. They have a tool, and the resource is basically where this policy is going to be attach it. Okay, which buckets, this is a bucket, it is saying that in bucket, inside that whatever the file they need it, they can upload it and get list on that. Last one is a condition as well. Right now here in example I didn't add it, but condition is that suppose you want in the bucket that if file start name end with a txt, you don't want to change it to anyone, so you can directly condition that file should not be file should not end with name of .txt. Okay, so let me create this for in our example in our AWS account. So let us create a policy directly. This time I'm not going to use user define. I'm going to create a new policy which will create the bucket. I will provide the access of creating a bucket and do the things. So how we need to create it, just sorry, let me again goes back to the so here I need to just click on policies, and in policies there are these much policies. Out of that, only this is the customer manage means I have created last time, but all others are AWS managed. So here we can see that all the JSONs whatever you want to see it. Okay, so these are the things. So let me going to here create a policy. So while creating a policy, first we need to select the service. If you want to go via UI format, if you have a JSON ready, then you can pass over here JSON, but I am going to be UI format for now. And JSON format is also, it is showing that generator and all, it will generate for you. You need to just drag and drop what service and all. So let us go with this simple one. Let's select S3 for now. If you want to provide every access of S3, you directly select this one and it will automatically give you selected all the permission which is mentioned over here, but I don't want to give it. I want to just create S3 bucket. I want to give that person uh, no policy. Let me search over here. So create bucket, this one. So it will info that grant permission to create a new bucket. I just want to give that one. That user can only create bucket. It cannot be upload, it cannot be list, but it will be. And here action, if you see, if you notice that I have mentioned that allowed, so it will be. If I want to pass a specific user, I need to select the ARN. So let me any bucket I want to select. If I want to provide the permission of a specific bucket, then I can need to pass it. But if I want to select any bucket, then it's just a star and add ARN of that. Here is the ARN. So user is requested condition. User of resource are allowed and denied only when this condition met. User is MFA authenticated. So if I select this, then user should be enabled with MFA, but I don't want to. I don't want to. So right now, let's next make a goes to the next. Here policy name. Let me put S3 create permission. Okay, so that's it. Description I can pass it, but I am ignoring it right now. Somewhere I can see the JSON as well, but right now let me, after creation I will show you the JSON. This policy is created, so let me search directly S3 hyphen create permission. So if I expand it, this is my JSON of the policy, which is I just few click I can create it. Okay, the property you can directly edit over here as well. If you want to create it. Now I need to attach this policy. So either I can attach indirectly to the user. So that if I attach to directly to the user, it will be, oh, it should be so group one, because I assigned to the group. Yeah, group one is coming. So if I want to directly assign the policy over here, I can do that. But if you want me to, if suppose Kalpana is also part of that read-only group, then it will be that user as well have the permission of this bucket. So let me attach to the group policy in a group. So read-only group I am inside that. Here is the permission. Let me add permission. So attach policy. I need to do policy attach. Here I need to search S3 if one create. So once I select this, add. So permission is provided. Now it's done. User already got the access of this S3 create bucket. Last time it was failing, but when I logged into this time, it will access it. So you need to go dashboard to get a URL of your account. Either you can create alias as well, but I'm just using this one as for now. IAM user is into logged in. Now let me try to create a bucket quickly. Right now no bucket is overshowing. So let me select region. Right now Mumbai. Although bucket is a global service, but so S3 is a global service, but bucket aligned to the region. So while creating a bucket, I need to mention the region. Okay. So now this time I'll put it Anil, a random number, because it checked the overall the world that this bucket name cannot be available in any of the AWS account, in whole AWS account. Okay. So I don't need to do anything. I'm not going to change anything. Just default and try to create it. If that number is random that much. Okay. So bucket is created successfully, but I cannot put encryption configuration permission default encryption default. So this permission is also required to, I think this policy is also required to create it insufficient permission to apply the default one. Or we can check that if bucket is created or not on the bucket side. So even though I have created it, but I cannot see it. So let me list bucket access provide to that user. Quickly in the policies, this policy I have, so here I need to edit it, or I can create a one new, but let me edit this, the same policy. I don't want to go with JSON format right now. It's not like I don't know, but it's like it is easy to hear. For list down, two things is that one is list all my bucket, and the one is encryption. Put encryption is also required to, and get encryption, both I'm passing it. So these are the things it's need to be passed, and other than that everything is fine. Now if I go to the JSON, see, these are added over here. Okay, so let me go to the visual again, and next, and save change. So this done, this is updated. Now we can go back to the our here and try to refresh it. So see, my bucket is created, but I cannot upload anything over here. So insufficient permission, I need a permission to S3 list bucket. Okay, so that's it for this video. We will continue to IAM role and all in next one. If you like it, please hit the like button and do subscribe for video like this. Thank you.